everyone, it's Todd here from Baking with Foxhella Kitchen. Want help with that leftover pumpkin puree from Thanksgiving? Join me today as I show you how to make Copycat Starbucks Pumpkin Scones, only on Baking with Foxhella Kitchen. Foxhella fam, I'm Todd and welcome to Baking with Foxhella Kitchen. This week we're going to show you what you can do with that leftover pumpkin puree from Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to show you how to make Copycat Starbucks Pumpkin Scones. They're quick, easy, and so good. So if you're ready, then let's have some fun. Alright everybody, we're going to start off with 2 1/4 cup of flour into our Ninja here.
Quarter cup scoop comes in handy.
Yes, definitely. To that, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Quarter teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay.
These things are definitely nice and fluffy, and Dave can vouch for this. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of cinnamon.
Okay.
Make sure we get all of that out of there. To that, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. Actually, I got the backtrack there. That should have been a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, excuse me. This is our 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. Sorry about that. A 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Just kind of went in with a thud.
Okay.
And to that, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of white sugar.
Okay.
And we're just going to pulse this a few seconds just to get everything mixed together. And now that we've got that mixed together, we're going to add 1/2 cup of cold butter diced into small pieces.
Okay.
And then we're just going to pulse it again until it's got small breadcrumbs. I think that looks pretty good there, Dave.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, as long as there's no big pieces.
Okay. We're going to set this aside and move on. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take our pumpkin puree, which is 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons. Now, Dave and I had made this recipe for Thanksgiving, which you know as well as I do, it went over really well.
Oh yeah, oh, right.
So this definitely comes in handy if you have that leftover pumpkin puree. That was 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of that. To that, we're going to add 3 1/2 tablespoons of buttermilk.
Okay.
One large egg, which I've already beaten here.
Okay.
And a tablespoon of honey, which you guys know as well as I do, that's about as sticky as it's going to get there.
You may have to get the spatula or something.
Yes. That will be ready to go then. So let me go ahead and get this together here. But like I said, you want to add your Alright, let's go ahead and put our dry ingredients in that we processed in our Ninja here.
Okay.
And then add our pumpkin slurry here. Yeah, like I said, I have tested this recipe not once but twice.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's gone over really, really well. So these are definitely going to be a hit with anybody. I think I got that pretty well scraped there. I mean, what do you
Looks
think?
good, yeah.
What do you think, Dave?
Okay.
Okay. And then we're just going to add our panel attachment. And then get it till it's good and combined. May need to scrape the sides, but last couple times we've done this, it's coming together pretty easily. Okay, that looks good and mixed right there. I'm going to go ahead and scrape the bowl here, and we're going to transfer this to our table here with some flour and knead it here for a few minutes. Okay, we got our table lightly floured here. Some may say heavily floured, but with this dough, it's a little on the sticky side. So any extra flour you have will help with the kneading process.
It's almost like a cookie dough.
Yeah. But when these are complete, these things are amazing. I'm definitely lucky I found this recipe. I mean, what did you think whenever you first tried it, Dave?
They were really good. They're you know, pumpkin spice and
Everything nice?
everything nice.
But yeah, as you guys see, it's kind of sticking to my fingers here. But like I said, once you get the flour onto it, it does come out as a really nice, like, soft dough. You just got to make sure that you have your surface very well floured, because otherwise you will have a mess. Because the first time Dave knows, the first time I did this, we did it on our kitchen counter. And I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown because
it was sticking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but as you guys see, once you guys get it floured, it comes together really, really nicely.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and get this kneaded and then get it into a nice dough ball. And then we'll get ready and cut it into our triangles for our scones.
Yes.
Alright guys, we've got our dough kneaded here after a few minutes. And I've already worked it into about an 8-inch circle here. We're going to take our trusty pizza cutter, which you guys know at home, we swear by this thing a lot. What we're going to do, and I've learned a trick with this, you dip it in your flour.
Yeah, definitely.
And it gives you a really, really nice cut. Gives you a good even cut. And with that being said, our oven is preheated.
There you go.
Yeah.
Some more flour there.
Yes. You take some of the flour off the table here. Then we're just going to cut it into 8 pieces here. What do you think, Dave? Think that looks pretty good?
Yeah.
Pretty good? Alright, we're going to go ahead and get these onto a tray here. And then we'll brush them with some half and half and then get them in the oven. Alright, before we put our scones in the oven, we're going to take a tablespoon of half and half and just lightly brush it onto our scones. Don't have to be necessarily fancy with this. I've actually found I can actually kind of do my bowl in a china shop way of things, and just make sure they get a nice good coat. You guys know at home I am the farthest thing from fancy with stuff like this, so. And the nice thing is too, with the half and half, I can almost guarantee you probably will not use all of it.
Yeah, you won't use the whole thing.
So, and then we're going to pop these in the oven at 425 degrees for how long, Dave?
Like 14 to 15 minutes.
Whenever the toothpick comes out clean and nice. Okay, let's do it. Alright, while our scones are cooling, we're going to go ahead and make our powdered sugar glaze. We're going to start off with a cup of powdered sugar. To that, we're going to add a tablespoon plus a teaspoon of half and half. And we're just going to whisk it together. You may need to add more as needed. Alright, I think our pumpkin scones have cooled well enough here, so let's go ahead and start off with our powdered sugar glaze. Just take your spoon here and just kind of spread it out here a little bit. As you guys know, I'm not fancy at all with any of this.
Mm-hmm. No, it's okay.
I think it's the idea of how moist these scones actually are is definitely a home run in my book. I mean, how do you think I'm doing here, Dave?
I think you're doing good. Oh.
Because you guys know at home, I'm definitely a bit of a bull in a china shop with icing anything or anything like that. I mean, I think I still have night terrors of when we did the smiley face cookies a while back.
Okay, yeah, those were difficult.
My hat's off to those who do that actually for a living. Yeah, just take your time with these. I mean, I'm not being that overly fancy with any of this. But I think I'm doing pretty good with it.
Looking good.
You definitely want to have the glaze, the icing, yeah, it's the glaze, thick enough, otherwise you will have a hot mess if the scones are still plenty warm, because otherwise you will have the glaze running all over everything. I mean, I'm definitely glad I let these cool a little bit. I mean, what do you think, Dave? You think they look pretty good?
Get some on that first one. It's hard to judge exactly how much to put on them because you want enough for 8, but...
Yeah. Look pretty good there.
Yeah, I think we're looking good here.
Any more on it?
No.
Well, maybe
that you need.
The second one here, just
Okay.
use the last bit here on that. Okay, let's go ahead and proceed to our pumpkin icing. Okay, now that we've got our glaze done, let's go ahead and make our pumpkin icing. We'll start off with 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. To that, we're going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin puree. This is where I've said earlier, this is where you can actually use a lot of your extra pumpkin puree that you may have had left over from Thanksgiving. To that, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of ginger, and 2 teaspoons of half and half. And then we're just going to whisk this together as well. May take a little bit, but it will come together very nicely. Alright, let's go ahead and put our pumpkin icing on our scones. Now, I was nice enough to put it into a Ziploc bag because you just get a little bit better control with it. But you just gotta squeeze it back and forth here. Don't have to be necessarily fancy with it. I mean, what do you think, Dave?
Looking good. Just get a good taste of it on there.
Yeah. I think I'm getting pretty well covered here. You know, the nice thing with the Ziploc bag, you get a little more control. Time for my favorite part, the taste test. So let's see how we did here. Light, fluffy, so good. You guys will love it. Enjoy. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you again for joining me and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, it's good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hollow Kitchen. I'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.